That's enough Thanksgiving. I ate quite enough. I'm not hungry anymore, but now I'm in the mood for some toys. These are the best-selling Christmas toys every year from 1960 to 2024. Let's see how many toys we would want. Shall we?
There's nothing quite like opening a gift on Christmas morning and having it be that toy that you've been dreaming about.
I'll say it's kind of fucked up that no kid will ever act like that again. Because now kids got phones. Like, TikTok has ruined the brain. Like, no kid is going to be ever as excited to open up a game system. You get a phone because the parents is like, well, I need to call you and track you and know where you are. Please don't download the apps that will ruin your brain and give you a dopamine addiction. Okay, Mom.
Today, I want to take a look back at some of those biggest Christmas toys ever.
Like Turbo
and see
Man.
which toys were the most sought
It's
after
Turbo
every year,
time.
from 1960 up to today. In the year 1960, the big toy was the Etch-a-Sketch, something that's still kind of fun to mess around with today.
No, I've never successfully created what I wanted to make in Etch-a-Sketch. I can barely make a circle. This toy is ass. I guess it's a step up. This is the DS of the 60s. It's the closest you could get. I can't even imagine, man. I wonder how much they were comparatively. Were these like, game systems, $200? Gonna break the bank, take out a loan for this? This is before we knew this will kill you. The first time I saw a slip and slide, I was like, wow, that's awesome. I bet there are a lot of people in chat like, wow, that looks like so much fun. And it is until it's not.
To me, is an interesting Christmas present, which is the slip and slide as the number one sought after gift.
Yeah, that's not a Christmas
as exciting
present.
As it would be to get
That's
it.
weird.
A Christmas gift that I'm going to have to wait at least 6 months.
Guess depends where you live. A little weird, yeah.
In 1962, we get the classic.
Wait a minute, I know that guy. He's not fun at all. From Toy Story? Actually, wait a minute. Yeah, that guy did two bad things. I could think of two bad movies.
And in 1963, the big gift was the Easy Bake Oven.
Yeah.
Only
All
Kenner's Easy Bake Oven Set makes such delicious cakes, cookies, candy,
Damn, he still got it. What did you make here? Was it actually good? I feel like it wouldn't be that hard to make, like, decent cookies. It's just sugar and brownies and stuff. Yeah, I feel like, they would get... You know what it probably is? It was probably really easy to make before it got all big. Like the same way that like fast food places are good until they get too big and then they can't keep up with production or whatever. I bet this shit was pretty nice. It's heated by a light bulb. So are most buffets. Those warming bulbs do not play. They have quite a wattage.
In 1964, G.I. Joe was on the scene for the first time.
Okay. Stop yelling. That kid is loud. Dude, if I'm that kid's dad, we gotta have a talk. You need to dial it down on the G.I. Joe. If you can't be quiet with the G.I. Joe, I'm gonna take it away. I'm gonna give you the Easy Bake Oven. The second kid is one thing. That first kid is loud. I thought he said horrific battle, which is scary. Horrific battle! This kid's a poet. Horrific battle! Viscera, blood, guts everywhere, skull fractures. Horrific battle is a godlike ad-lib. I think they were like, listen, this is going to be too expensive to refilm. Film is very expensive back then.
In 1966, the party game Twister was a big hit.
Spin the spinner and call the shop. Twister ties you up in a knot.
Who'd be playing Twister other than, like, repressed, anxious teenagers? I don't know who'd be playing Twister other than, like, sleepovers with girls and boys. Like, let's just let's all play Twister. Ha, 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 ha. Office Party? You're not playing that. That is, well, they didn't have HR. No, you're right. It was the 60s. Whenever I think of Twister, I think about, like, basically a step up from Truth or Dare. Like, it's plausible deniability, the game.
1967 had a few more classics with Battleship.
Ah! He's like, is that where this is from? I think I've seen that before. The kid laughing. My battleship! These kids are taking war serious. It was glory back then, bro. They really fucked with war. Ain't nobody back then reading All Quiet on the Western Front.
Light Brights.
Make people, animals, things.
This shit still bangs. I still like a Light Bright. That's pretty cool.
Or Bozo the Clown.
And the
That's
Rock'em
not bad.
Sock'em Robots.
A left to the jaw, and...
Oh, my block is knocked off.
That kid hates it when that happens.
1969, the Lego was really blowing up on the scene.
With a knick-knack, paddywhack, built himself a plane. This young boy's glad Lego came.
So was the board game
It's kind of
Mousetrap.
crazy.
Why don't you get...
Mousetrap!
Mousetrap! Ah! Let go! That dad does not fuck with Mousetrap. I think he knows he's gonna have to put it away later. I think he's like, oh, dude, this is gonna take like 30 minutes. I'm sure none of these pieces are gonna make it to the end. I'm not gonna pull it out later. Or that dad is thinking about his next move. Like, if he don't win on this turn, if that trap don't go off, I'm winning. I'm shocked Mousetrap is not still more popular, right? I feel like it's kind of fun to put up a contraption and watch it go.
1970, Nerf is introduced, and it looked a lot different than it does today.
Hey, what are those things anyway? They're balls.
Hey, stop. That's still very dangerous. You're not going to break anything, but you might knock something over. Yeah, you can knock over grandma's urn.
1972 was another year where we had multiple entries with Uno.
The cards come my way, but Joe reverses the play. I could be here for days, you know.
What? Why did we get that one? That was a little strong accent. Boggle seems fun. I think Boggle is an innovation. I think I would fuck with Boggle back then. That seems very cool. I would like that quite a bit.
As well as Baby Alive, a toy that has had many different iterations as years have gone by.
Yeah.
Baby alive, she can drink, she can eat.
I'm fine with eating and drinking dolls, but sometimes they pee, and I think that's weird. And I think the idea is like the girls want to play house and like clean the baby or whatever, but that's terrible vibes. I don't like that. Not gonna lie, kind of a weird toy for a young girl. What, eating and drinking dolls? It makes sense. Young girls like want to play house and like be mommy and like have a big sister, little sister. They like, that's like a normal thing because they're not a baby anymore. So they want to like be the grown-up already at like, you know, a little bit older. Oh, wait, we got video games. Wait. Bro, I genuinely can't imagine. Oh, that's not true. I was going to say, I can't imagine anybody playing Pong, but I guess you be messing with the television. You're able to change what's on the TV, which is kind of cool, you know?
1975 is a year where it was across the board what was the best-selling toy, and that was the Pet Rock.
I wonder who like pitched this at the meeting and how rich that guy got. Like that guy just nailing all sevens on a jackpot and just like becoming the richest man on the planet because of the dumbest fucking idea. And like, no, it's ironic. It's silly. He was trying to get fired.
Confusing and frustrating for parents.
Good for that guy. Yeah, I didn't even think about that. As a parent, this would piss me off to no end. I would just get them a rock. No, it's not the same. You don't have the book. And I didn't own a printer or have the internet. Oh my God, that's fucked up. If this popped off now, then it would be so easy to just not pay any money and find a rock. But back then, you can't get away with that. You don't have the means to produce such a thing, right? Is there any toy you've been asked to buy that you kind of rolled your eyes at? Elf on the Shelf! Yes! I don't want to be socially pushed into purchasing this product.
77 would see the Atari 2600 being at the top of the list.
You can get 9 cartridges, 187 games. Blackjack.
As well
I'm not playing any of those games.
Tells Football.
Dick's got the ball, but that computer defense is tough. He drives up the middle, stop cold. 1 yard.
Video games are so bad. Like, eventually somebody's going to perfect VR, and we're going to look back at our video games and be like, wow, why would anybody play God of War? One day, somebody's going to get that VR thing, right? And we're going to have like Fortnite in VR. It's going to tickle your brain just right, and everybody's going to be addicted for the rest of time. Before I die, remember this. Before I die, they're going to make VR headsets extremely cheap, extremely functional, very light, and they're going to make a killer app. It's going to happen. Probably on my deathbed, but that's okay because then I can transfer my consciousness into the Ark and live on this stream forever. I'll project my consciousness. It'll be like I'm streaming each of you. Like and subscribe right now so I remember your name. If you like and subscribe right now, I'll remember you when I am infinitely streaming forever and ever in my personal heaven.
And in 1982, My Little Pony.
Okay, you know, after all these years, this looks like satire. This looks like a Newgrounds animation that's about the like Happy Tree Friends or something.
1983 would serve as another benchmark year, with the Cabbage Patch Dolls being that must-have item.
I guess so.
They're each one of a kind. They're Cabbage Patch Kids.
They were not one of a kind, famously. Were they random? No. I was going to say, were they like a blind box, but I don't think they were. Cabbage Patches are insanely slappable. That's a child. You need to go to training. He has adoption papers. They should stop you from adopting a Cabbage Patch Kid. I don't like that at all.
1984 Transformers would be popular.
Autobots wage their battle to destroy the evil.
I guess that would have been cool. I don't know. It's so funny. I'm only a couple years off of Transformers, and it looks so corny to me. But I guess it worked on you guys. Somehow you guys fell into the Transformers trap, despite being way younger than me, apparently. Teddy Ruxpin, I remember people, like, he had, like, a cartoon when I was a kid. And I got the sense that he was like a failed thing, but I guess he had a year, you know, his year came before. His ass tells you stories.
Hi, my name is Teddy Ruxpin.
Honestly, W-Toy, this is a good-ass idea if you don't want to parent your kid. It is like, all right, sweetie, time for a story. Click. It's the original iPad. Literally, yes. This is YouTube stories to fall asleep to. It's Dark Souls lore, but in a teddy bear package. You could sell a Vatividya thing of this guy, and he'd probably go crazy.
1986 sees the Nintendo Entertainment System.
Oh, hell yeah! Now it's gaming time! Mario 1, Mario 2, Mario 3.
1988.
Ah! Oh, man. They did look like that, didn't they? This is the year I was born. This is what we were into, bro. Big-ass troll dolls with the big hair. And don't say, wow, that's so weird, because y'all be liking these movies too, which is why they're so popular. Y'all got this movie with Justin Timberlake in, and everybody said, wait, it's a Lububu ancestor? Yes, it is.
91, we saw the Super Nintendo going up against the Sega Genesis.
Place to come, the games of Super Nintendo.
With both
Bro, having divorced parents was so cool. I got both of these systems, bro. You wouldn't even believe it. I got to play the Super Nintendo and the Sega Genesis. 2 Christmases, bro? Let's go! Now try having divorced poor parents. Oh, only one of my divorced parents was poor. We had a very hard budget on those years. Yeah.
And in 1992, Barney the Purple Dinosaur.
Ah! Oh, this guy talks. I remember this guy. He's kind of cute. He is.
Now your kids can have a special friend to share their fun times.
Hello again to all my friends.
Oh, I forgot about these Barneys. They were everywhere. They were like the Tickle Me Elmos, I think, of this time. By the way, Tickle Me Elmo will be on this. That was the first toy that I remember hearing like, oh my God, it's like a mass hysteria thing. My family had one. It was in our attic, and I remember it weirdly talking and be able to hear it at night. I knew somebody who had a Furby that would just talk to itself in a closet, like, endlessly. And, like, they took out the batteries, but it still had some power in it, and it would just keep talking. Like, I don't know how it was doing that. They told it not to do that, but...
In 1993, we saw the Talk Boy, which had been made
Home
popular
Alone.
the year before in the movie Home Alone 2. And then also Pogs.
I was all in on Pogs, by the way. I really thought Pogs... I had so many of those bitches. Were Pogs cardboard or plastic? They were cardboard, but you would have you have all the Pogs, but you have there's one of them that are flipper. That's what they're called. There were like, what you do, the way you play Pogs, I think, is you put all the Pogs on the floor and you slam a big piece onto the floor, and then whichever ones flip over, you keep. So you have the Pogs, and then you have all the Pogs on the floor, and then you have these slammers, which are the big things that you slam down, and then the ones that flip, you win or something. And this is after you had Nintendo. Listen, old games weren't... If I got a bad game at Blockbuster, I was going to the Pogs. If I rented some bullshit, I'd be like, you know what? Let me go flip some Pogs over there. I would play with my dad. Sometimes you get a bum draw. Wait, Tickle Me Elmo was 96? I thought it was like the mid-2000s. Maybe there was like a resurgence. I didn't know he was this early. That tickles.
Is the toy that I remember people fighting over probably the
That's
most.
the
and that was
one.
Tickle
That's
Me
the
Elmo.
one. Yeah.
Your child tickles Elmo, and he talks.
That tickles.
His whole body shakes with
Forgot
laughter.
he tremors.
And then in 1997, people wanted an electronic pet with the Tamagotchi.
I bought one of these at Fashion Bug when my mom was dress shopping, probably for work. He would not stop shitting all over the screen. Every single time in middle school, he would always die. Keep shitting his pants and then dying in between each period. It was so stupid. I hated this motherfucker.
It's Pikachu!
Kids were fighting for everything Pokemon.
Yeah.
Pokemon trading card game. All the creatures, all the battles.
This guy is not Australian. Why we got so many Australian commercials?
As we get into the 2000s, video games would continue to be
It's all
popular
games,
with
bro.
the PlayStation 2.
What do you want to be when
All
you grow
games
up? Rated
now.
E for everyone. PlayStation
Yup.
2, the only place to play.
PS2
It
changed
was
the
also
world.
joined by Razor scooters.
I did not know Razor scooters were actually popular because everybody that I knew that rode that shit got made fun of because, like, skateboarding was big. And I was an inline skater, and anybody on a Razor would get laughed at, bro. Fucking dork. Everyone had a scooter when I was a kid. Might have been an age thing because I was 12. So it was probably like, you know, this is like a 8 to 10-year-old thing, which is right on the cusp, because if you enjoy anything from before then, you're a baby. I love toys that look like they would be satire. It looks like the same with the bronies earlier. Like, this looks like a joke, right? Like, these couldn't have been real and popular, but they were.
Dance
big
Dance
in the
Revolution
DDR,
was the
though.
most popular toy in 2000.
I love the DDR. Bro, were you guys around where you would get that fuck-ass plastic mat that would go on your downstairs basement carpet and would slide all over the floor? It would make so much noise. You could not play that at 11 p.m. past your bedtime. I was literally looking into the big metal ones that they had in Japan. I was like, I need that shit imported. I cannot be on these fuck-ass Kmart plastic ones. Insane.
And in 2004, we had another robot showing up with Robo Sapien being the #1 sought after gift.
Who is that? Did y'all have a Robo Sapien? I wanted this one so bad. I have never seen that before.
Robo Sapien is the first humanoid robot with 67 functions.
Walk, talk, open hand, move left arm, move right arm. Like, what could that even mean? So you want to know why I think that is the upgraded version of what I used to have, the 2XL. 2XL was a, you put a tape in his belly and he would like tell you jokes.
Know the difference between a crocodile and peanut butter.
I remember him talking about crocodiles and peanut butters. Yeah. And he had that fuck-ass laugh. I had one where the tape got all messed up, and he would do like a... It was very scary. Like, oh, Jesus, hey, man.
5 had the Xbox 360 and guitar.
Dude, my Guitar Hero, like, background still changed. Like, I went to Mission Barbecue today, get dinner, and they were playing Jessica by the Allman Brothers Band. Like that, I still remember every song. It's still fun, man. I've said this before, but, like, Guitar Hero was, after... I had a phase. There's a Konami game called Guitar Freaks, right? Which is just DDR, but for guitar, right? And they had it on the PS1, but in Japan only. And this isn't a joke, imported the Japanese Guitar Freaks PS1 game along with an import kit 3 times. I wanted to play Guitar Freaks so bad. I was addicted.
In 2006, everyone was fighting for a Nintendo Wii.
These were exceptionally difficult to find. I had to go to several Walmarts. It's so funny because now, like, when you look at NSO and you see the updates Nintendo gives, you're like, who wants to play Mega Man on the Game Boy? But when they added Super Mario Bros. To the Virtual Console, that was new ground. You could play Mario Bros. On the Wii. Oh, my God.
And in
they just did that.
The iPod Touch makes its way to the top of the list.
And ruins the world forever.
A new battling toy, Bakugan, would be the most popular toy in 2008.
What's Bakugan?
Or present your Baku rack and choose from your collection.
Oh my God.
Battle Brawl is on.
Why are so many kids' toys like, yeah, you could be in a back alley fight club with other kids, right? Like it's like a secret club, because we had Crossfire.
I'm in the future.
Yeah, this was Crossfire, where a kid would descend on a hoverboard like that. Let's play the ending. What happens in the ending? Okay, I don't remember that part. Okay, I don't remember that part. That's a scary toy. I'm not buying that game. If I lose, I die. I don't like that.
iPads were a huge thing in 2010.
It is weird to think that, like, we're very quickly coming up on a world where, like, people are growing up without ever not knowing iPads, in the same way that, like, you guys probably don't know a time before the internet, right? And it's only going to keep going forward. Like, technology just keeps marching. I don't know a world without, I don't know, a TV. And I'm sure it's all pretty normal. It's just that's how time works. But, like, not knowing iPads feels especially sinister, or like iPads in particular feel especially sinister, perhaps just because of the nature of the world.
And in 2014, Frozen Mania had a whole...
Dude, Frozen is like a once-in-a-lifetime cultural event. This has taken over the world, man. It's funny because, like, I feel like I see the same They're trying to make Wicked that, and I don't think it's working the same. Everywhere I go, it's Wicked everywhere. It's pink and green, and they're trying to do the Glinda alphabet. And, like, it's very successful, clearly, but that's not Elsa, bro. No kid is, like, singing Defying Gravity at all moments. That is not Let It Go. Wicked is for adults. Yeah, I feel like it is that. It's working, in my experience, as the father to a 6-year-old girl. It's hitting, but it's not the same. K-pop Demon Hunters is the new Frozen. No, it's not. Yes, it is. It's not. No, it's not. It's not as big. It is not even close. You don't understand. It is very popular. I'll give you that. It is. Okay, let me pop my ult. This is the nuke for you guys. I looked at this for my kid for her birthday. Chat, they don't have K-pop Demon Hunters toys available. A month ago, Netflix inks major deal with Mattel. They're not out. I was looking for them. It's not the fucking same. If it was, it would have been out by now. This would have been way bigger. It can't penetrate that audience. Like, it can't, there's not up there. Some of them exist, but they're the shitty ones, where it's like the crappy, like, you know, Temu or whatever.
And in 2016, we start to see some new trends showing up with Hatchimals.
No one knows where they're from or what's inside.
This kid just found a mysterious egg out on the soccer field, and he's going to open it up with arcane means without any adults present.
Inside.
Interesting. What could that be? It's literally gotcha. You know what my kid had once? Hold on. There's like a Hatchimals, but it's a genie lamp. It's called a Magic Mixie. My kid got one of these for her birthday or Christmas. It is awesome. You get this, and you have to complete a ritual. Dude, watch this whole thing. I started taking a video to get her reaction, and it takes a very long time. I had to turn it off because I was like, I don't have enough phone memory for this. Watch this. It's in there sleeping.
We need to not to wake it up. There we go. Now we ring the bell, pushing the gem.
Ring the bell, right?
Okay, now we have to pour out the sand. There's desert sand.
All right, now you pour out the sand. Here comes the sand. The sand comes out. Whoa, and then you win. And now it's blue. Now you got to turn the gem. You turn the gem up here, and then the gem goes to green. Then you go to the top. Whoa, there's a ring in there. You put on the ring, and then on the ring, you put the ring to it. Then you put the ring up to the gem. By the way, my kid was tapped out at this point. She didn't want to play anymore. She said, I want to do something else. And I was like, nope, we got to finish it.
All right, next. This is orange.
Oh, it's misting, which is very scary for a toy to do. By the way, I don't know if you, like, seeing a toy have, like, smoke come out is kind of scary. It's, like, normal for this, but it's like, what? And then you turn the gem to red, right? Open it up, there's something else inside. A gem. And you put the gem in the ring. Remember your ring? You put the gem in the ring. Okay. Then it's misting more. There's more fog. Rub it again. Rub, rub, rub. By the way, I kept rubbing it in the wrong spot, and it would go, womp, womp, womp. I was like, dude! There's the white. You put it to the white gem. And then on the white gem, you open it up. Ta-da! Never mind. It was actually over then. There she is!
Awesome. Oh, inside of our lamp.
Okay, mine did not do that. Ta-da! And then you can talk to it, or you rub the gem on their head, and you can talk to them, and that's how it works. It's called a Magic Mixie, and this is the one my kid got, but it's random which one you get. I'm sure there's like something on the back that tells the adult. It's a cute toy, man. I think it's great. Was your kid impressed? She liked it for 10 minutes, and then she kept playing Barbies. That's the thing about kids. They do not give a shit, bro.
2021 gives us...
Let's go! Yes! My babies! I did not know these were that popular. My aunt got my kid this, and I was like, oh, haha, silly Karen. You're getting her this toy? What a silly toy. She's not gonna fuck with it. And then I was like, wait, this is a cool toy.
Magicus Mixus.
Oh, they got a cauldron? Mix your potion, make your pet. You put it in the... I might get her one of these for Christmas, unironically. If there's a cauldron, that sounds way more fun. You mean get you? I want to play with it too. I'm not even joking. The lamp was annoying, but this one looks kind of cool.
To this year. But we can't really look at sales data or anything quite yet, but just kind of going off of online hype, it looks like Beast Labs is going to be big.
What is Beast Labs? It's Boys Magic Mixies.
Now,
well, I would fucking love this. I don't know why I'm... Ah!
And battle to save the world.
Oh my god, get his ass. Yeah. Is it really one of those two? That would be very funny. Blue or gray? Get your kid this instead. She would be scared. I don't want to make a beast.
Magnetiles have been around and kind of having a resurgence. And then another robot dog with dog.
Dude, Magnetiles are cool. They're Legos, but they're magnets, and I like them more. I don't fuck with with Legos, but those look dangerous. They're not bad. They're good. They're small. Okay, you know what? I was watching this video for some Christmas ideas, and I got Magic Mixies, which I already had. Never mind. What's the big toy this year? Does anybody know? Coney, we are not 10. Any of y'all got siblings? Cousins? Nephews? Nothing? V-Bucks. Oh, it's Scratchy in the Fortnite shop. Okay.